Welcome back YouTube. Today I'm going to walk you through another myth busting series where we go through 3 terms, phrases or opinions and I tell you whether or not they are true. 99% of the time they're not true. If you enjoy the video, find it helpful, please do drop a like and please do subscribe. Let's go. Number 1. Sleep is for the weak. Now granted, when you do hear this, often some people, let's say 50% of people, are taking the piss and are joking around a little bit. However, there are actually still some people that take sleep for granted. They don't take it as seriously as they should and they undervalue it. And when you're looking for the best results possible, whether that is dropping body fat, building muscle mass, sleep plays a huge role in that. And if you do have the approach of sleep is for the weak, then the results you're going to get are going to be subpar. Sleep plays such a huge role in recovery that it means when it comes to adding muscle mass, it plays a huge role. When it comes to training performance, it plays a huge role. There's even been studies to show that if someone who gets good quality sleep in comparison to someone who gets poor quality sleep and is sleep deprived, the person who's sleep deprived is more likely to lose muscle mass during a dieting phase than they are fat mass. So that individual who's taking their sleep seriously, is prioritizing it during a dieting phase, it's much more likely to hold on to the muscle mass that they have. So taking your sleep seriously and valuing it can be the difference in terms of the results that you get. So don't be one of these people that don't take sleep seriously and then struggle to get the results and then wonder why they're not getting the results that they hoped for. If you're happy to try and push on when you're tired, feel like shit, energy's low, training performance sucks, not getting the response that you want, if you're happy to try and push on and drive through that, then go for it. But it's the worst situation to put yourself in. Number 2, HIIT or high intensity interval training is best for fat loss. So quickly, for anyone that doesn't know what high intensity interval training is, let's take sprints as an example because sprints is a very popular one. It would be training in a style where you're training at a very, very high intensity, so sprinting for a short duration, then resting, so having that interval where you rest before you then go into another short period of high intensity interval training, so sprinting. So for example, sprinting for 20 seconds, resting for 30, sprinting for 20, resting for 30 and whatnot. Now this is a bit of a 50-50 area in terms of myth or not. The only reason I'm including it in this myth video is because some people do believe it is the best for fat loss and there is no best exercise or training method or modality for fat loss. There is benefits and negatives to this style of training which will then determine whether it is potentially better for someone and their situation. For example, HIIT training is going to be one of the better training methods for burning X amount of calories in a given time. Because it is high intensity, you are likely to burn more calories in a given time. So therefore, if you're low on time, you need to get a quick workout in, then yes, HIIT could be favourable. But it is also very taxing, it's very stressful on the body. Okay, so if you're not managing the amount of HIIT that you're doing, or the amount of training that you're doing in general, if you're not managing it, then it has the potential to backfire. Could lead to injuries, could lead to overtraining, and if you're not managing these things, that's only going to make your goal of fat loss harder. And then lastly, we have you have to do something every day. Okay, now this is more of an opinion and a mindset a lot of people have, right? Especially when they're new to going into a goal, very excited about it, energetic about it, they want to throw everything in, right? Doing something every day, depending on what it is, but let's say it's something that's relative intensity in terms of taxing on some level, doing something every day isn't going to be favourable. Okay, you have to take your rest and recovery seriously. Just like when we were talking about sleep at the very beginning of the video, how you rest and recover is going to then determine how well you can then train. Okay, how well you can then get the response that you're after. So take your rest and your recovery seriously, because if you don't, you're only likely gonna, again, like we're talking about, if you don't manage HIIT training very well, that sort of training, lead to injuries, overtraining and setting yourself back. Whatever goal you've got, any health fitness goal is going to require time, just because the process of whatever it is you're doing, whether that's dropping body fat, building muscle mass, just improving health, takes time. It doesn't happen quickly. So you've got to have the mindset and be in it for the long term. And if you're not managing things very well, especially your recovery, you're not setting yourself up for long-term success. If you can stay fit, if you can manage stress well, if you can manage recovery well, then you're going to be able to be consistent for a long period of time. Consistency leads to results. There you have it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please drop a like and please do subscribe. Any questions on this, throw them down in the comments. I'll get back to you. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.